Good morning. It is a very breezy and overcast early April here in northwest Georgia. However, we're out here on the river, and I'm here to talk to you about pre-spawn river fishing, particularly black bass. The black bass, spots, largemouth, they tend to do things a little bit differently than they would on a reservoir or a lake. And we're here to talk about that as soon as I get woke up, a little bit more caffeine in me, and we'll talk later. Yeah, I'm going to need some more caffeine. Give me a minute. Okay, and we're awake. Maybe. Alright, where were we? Alright. Pre-spawn bass. And what they do, and then alright, so we're talking, let's go into the early stages before they spawn. So the males build the bed, and they're going to build the bed in low current or no current. They want to get as far away from current as possible, so they're going to go behind large rocks. They're going to go behind log jams. Anywhere where you would think that they can get away from that current, they're going to want to get away to make a bed in current. And now keep in mind, here's a little bit more biology. When the females lay their eggs, we'll get on that subject later. When the females lay their eggs, they're sticky, and they'll stick to a surface. Now, they generally like to lay eggs in sandy, small pebbles, or on flat, like a solid rock. So if you see you got an outcropping of rocks and the current's flowing around it, and there's very little behind it, and you see some flat rocks, and there's several of those further downriver where there's an outcropping and there's flat rock behind it, there are several little places where I can fish, where I'm going to get bedfish. But keep in mind, rivers tend to stay cooler than the local lakes or reservoirs. So keep that in mind, because fish react accordingly to the temperature. It's kind of like their, love siren is warmer water. I don't know. Something in their biology says, oh, it's getting warm, it's time to get busy. That's scientifical for you. You get it, right? I mean, if you wanted, information less fun, you could have, gone to some other channel, but you're watching this. All right, let's recap. Real easy, real simple. Keep in mind the water temperature. Try to get an idea of what the water temperature is, or where you're going to fish. Generally, fish will start to spawn around 55, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. They will look for low current to no current. They want to get as far away from current as possible, behind log jams, rocks, whatever happens to be in that water blocking that current. Odds are they'll spawn in it. If there is sand or light pebbles or something, if they can build a bed there, they will. And that's the big rules to look for pre-spawn bass. We'll talk about the baits and getting them to bite in another video. Let's let's see if we can get on some fish now. Let's see if we can't find some and see what their mood is. Wish me luck. Let's do that. There's one. I don't know what his deal is, but he is just kind of stopped. He's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, there he goes. He's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. What? He's not even fighting. He's barely. He's like, I give up. I mean, he's just straight up gave up. Never seen a fish do that. Oh man. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay. Are you okay? I'm all. Stop. I am all discombobulated here. That little 1-pounder. All right. Couple of, hey. Spot. No, largemouth. That is a largemouth. Little largemouth. And it was female. All right, so little bit more biology. All right. Spots and largemouth and bass, black bass in general, and I hope you can hear this, pretty windy. They are capable, they are adults capable of spawning 4 months from hatching. Capable. Now, in some environments, it could be up to a year, but generally, it is 4 months to a year where they are capable of spawning, where they are mature to spawn. 4 months to a year, and they're ready to spawn. Oh, and larger females, here's a bonus tip, larger females will sometimes spawn twice in a season. They'll spawn early in the season and again at the back end. Yeah. Bet you didn't know that, did you? That was a terrible cast right into the wind. But we got the skunk off. Huzzah! That was a fish. I get it on behind that tree. Seems romantic enough. You know, a few candles. Yeah. Ooh, there was something. There we go. There's a little one. Come here, I'm sorry, if you can't smile with every fish you catch, no matter how small, it can be ridiculously small, and you get a joke out of it. Come on! You can't smile with every fish. You probably need to find a new hobby. I don't care how big it is. I like fishing for fishing. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh man, I'm stiff. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh man, neck locked up there for a second. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. Got off the water just in time, just as the horn blew for the dam. I was just pulling out. So I'm gonna pack up, get on back to the house, eat some lunch, probably take a nap. But before I go, I want to tell you a little story. Just before I got off the river, ran into a fella who was just put in. I think I mentioned it in the video a little further back. Anyways, this guy, nice fella, in one of those little Bass Hunter, the 2-seaters. Anyways, I'll put a picture or something up here. And he was floating down, and we came across. Eventually, we met up, had a few polite words to say to one another, and I asked him. You know, I didn't want to make any assumptions. He didn't know what he was doing, so I asked him, "Hey, is that boat going to be?" And he had a trolling motor and a small 1970s model gas-powered motor on the back of it. Is that going to be able to handle the generation that's about to start up? And he kind of looks at me like, generation? I was like, yeah, the dam's going to start generating in about 20-30 minutes. He's like, oh, well, is it pretty strong? I'm like, it's strong. It's swift current. And, just kind of giving him some details. It was like, you're not going to get much fishing done while it's running. And he was like, oh, well, there's another dam further down. Anyways, in the end, we both took out. And he was really appreciative of me letting him know. And that just goes to show, that could have been really dangerous. That could have really turned into something dangerous. And I've personally helped, swamped boats and heavy generation water that have gotten submerged and help people out and try to recover as much of their gear as possible. So there's my good deed for the day. What's your good deed for the day? Leave it in the comments. If you like this video, leave me a like. Subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, I'm that guy with a fish. Where are you at? I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm getting hungry. Oh, let's get her done. Ah!